All right, bro. So, people will say things like reading, journaling, meditating, like basic shit that, you're supposed to do anyways. Like, you're supposed to be able to just be aware of the things around you. You're supposed to be able to, comprehend information. You're supposed to be able to write out your thoughts and have your own thoughts and think for yourself and be a free thinker. But people just don't do these things. And I spent a lot of time thinking like that I was weird for not doing it. But now that I see it's like only successful people and people that are actually good at things do these things. Like, so it just doesn't matter what people that aren't successful are telling me. So, these things that I just said, these basic things, reading, journaling, meditating, people say they're waste of times, but all the people that do these things are better at things that people care about. Like I said, comprehension, but other things like public speaking, people like rappers, but to rap, you have to know words. If you don't know any fucking words, you're not going to be able to rap. So rapping, drawing, people say they don't really care about shit like drawing, but then people watch anime, people watch cartoons all the time, people watch and read like mangas and stuff, and then people get mad bread off of drawings and paintings and stuff like that. So you can't really say that nobody cares about it, because I mean, it's art. At the end of the day, it's art. It's made so it can look pretty, so people are going to care about it because they just like looking at it. Like when you see a bad bitch, bro. Like, people just like bad bitches. That's why OnlyFans models be getting money. So it's the same thing. But anyways, and then like board games like chess, people care about chess. Everybody thinks chess is like makes you the smartest in the world or whatever or some shit. Even though, it's really just memory. Because if Magnus Carlsen got dementia, he wouldn't be the best chess player in the world. But anyways, puzzle games like Sudoku. People don't really care about Sudoku as much, but there are other puzzles that people care about, like with chess. Sudoku kind of goes hand in hand with stuff like chess. People care about that too. Making and combining new ideas. All content is on YouTube. It's just that. It's just making ideas up. You're just making shit up, and then you're combining ideas. That's why when you have an audio and the audio goes well with your visual, the video blows up most of the time nowadays, because that's really all it takes. You combine two ideas, they make sense, and people can, when they watch it, be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. It like sends off the light bulb in their brain, like, oh wow, that actually makes sense. Even if it's just some basic shit, it'll still make that light bulb go off, because a lot of things nowadays don't make any fucking sense. So it's like basically just learning new skills. Reading, journaling, and meditating will always help you learn these skills. I've been doing this shit for like so long, but I only, like I said, only now see it as something that, other successful people do. So now I'm like, damn, I was really doing this shit just cause, but I thought I was like a dumbass. But like, if I think about it, the people around me are they're dumber than me, and then they be hating on me. The more I think about it, I'm like, damn, niggas just be hating that I be doing anything. So it's like, why worry about them? They're all stupid. They're just all dumb. It's like, I'm not gonna sit here and listen to somebody tell me not to meditate, journal, and read, but they can't read. They can't get to 900 in chess. That's where I'm at right now. But it's like 900 is not even that hard to get, but niggas just can't do it because they just don't do the stuff. So niggas can't, do a Sudoku puzzle in like 5 minutes or whatever. But they want to talk about me. Niggas can't do push-ups. They want to talk about me. It's like, bro, not listening to those people. I'm only gonna worry about people who I'm competing with, which isn't really that many people, because people don't be doing shit anyways. And then I'm gonna worry about people who are just better than me, that I'm not competing with, that are just better than me in general. or where I want to be. But like the main problem is that people will learn these things in school, but school is like the worst place you go to like actually learn shit, because all the terrible influence in schools, there's literally school shootings all the fucking time. So you really shouldn't, like, I don't even know why parents send their kids to school. Like, you really shouldn't send your kids to school. Just off of the school shooting, just like, bro, homeschool the niggas. Homeschool the niggas. Like, I have a cousin, bro. He's homeschooled, bro. He's well behaved. He's smarter than everybody I met at school. He's smarter than all the niggas, and he's homeschooled. And he's really good at chess, good at video games. So it's like, why wouldn't you homeschool your kids? I don't fucking know. I guess the parents are just lazy. But you know, instead of trying to learn it through school, you gotta pass school. That's why a lot of these people, they'll say, oh yeah, get C's in school, because it's like, if you just pass school and then you just learn the actual skills that you need outside of school, then you're gonna do better anyways, because it's one-on-one. You're learning at school, you're around dumb shit, distractions and shit. So, you know, after you're done with school, you either, like I said, homeschooling, you focus on it outside of school after you're done with school, or while you're in school, you just, like I said, get C's and then do it in school. And then, you know, the teachers and shit, they'll like disagree. They'll be like, oh, they gotta get degrees, you gotta get money. But if you think about it for 2 seconds, that shit does not matter, because the skills that you need to get money, one, you still have to work for. Like, you're not working at them in school, like I said. So you still have to work for the skills. The degrees and the money doesn't matter either, because, you know, they just don't prove that you have any actual value or ability, like, at all. They rely on just like attention, because if everyone agreed, like, people don't think about money like this, but if everyone agreed that money was useless, it would just be useless. Like, that's what happened with degrees. Degrees became basically useless because everyone just agreed that they were. So nobody cares about them now, but it's really just because degrees became abundant. Everybody was told to get degrees. Everybody got degrees, and it's really not that hard to get degrees. So they're just useless now. It's just a piece of paper to doesn't prove anything. Whereas if you get the skills will never become abundant, because they require too much consistency, they require too much dedication, they require too much attention to detail, and too much outcome dependence, too much like focusing on just your inputs. Like, that's how I got better at basketball. That's how I got better with push-ups, everything. You have to basically just be very focused to get the skills. You have to do a lot of like bullshit to get the skill. It's not bullshit, but it's just like, it feels like bullshit while you're doing it. So people won't do it. They'll just do some dumb shit, like observe and spectate and think about it and just not end up ever doing anything. So that's why the skills will always be important. Because, you know, you always bullshit to get a piece of paper, but, you know, it's going to take more effort to get a blank piece of paper and draw on that piece of paper, or create something new, a new world on that piece of paper from your imagination, and write a book or create a franchise or create an anime or a cartoon. That shit is going to be more difficult, you know? And it's just like, you can either do the skill or you can't do the skill, like, at all. You can either do it or you can't. And it's always going to take years of dedication, like I said. So it's just always going to be important. Like, you can either play chess and get to 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, whatever level, master's level. You can either do that shit or not. You can either hold a planche, hold a handstand, or you just can't. Hold a V-sit, whatever skill in calisthenics you want to use. You can either hold it or not. You can either build a house, you know, or you just can't build a house, bro. There's no in between with this shit. You can either dunk a basketball or you can't. You either shoot a basketball or you can't, you know. And there's no way to fake it. There's no way to fake it.